Wakanda, oh, Wakanda, Dr.
That's all
Culbreth?
right.
No,
Wykinia.
I will
And you're
edit this
speaking
part out. How do you pronounce your first name again? Wakina, right?
that's let me just say, I had to Google it because I was like, who are the Avengers characters? I don't know them. I know now. I feel like really ashamed, but I didn't know them all to
Bro!
make the choice. Right? Only person I could think of was Captain America. Right? He's an Avenger character.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like the head. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, he was the only one I could think of. But now that I Googled it, because I thank you, Google, I like Thor, right? I like Thor because in his natural state, he is just strong, right? And I think
Right.
we all have to identify with strength in this work, outside of this work. The plight of our people is that strength. We are naturally strong.
First and foremost, like I stated before, on the show, I go by the extra large professor and that sort of thing. And, I would like to be the extra medium professor at some point in my life. So, what I am looking for now is specifically my question is for you. For men over the age of 40, how do we get rid of the dad bod?
Good. Oh goodness. You really took me back with that one. I spent about 10 plus years in nutrition and obesity prevention before moving into this area of public health. And the answer is the same, across the board. As we age, we lose muscle, right? So you have a lot of the things that are going to gravitate, and I'll use that word very intentionally, downward as we age. And so we have to do all the necessary things to keep it up. One, I think is really important to realize it's not just what we eat or how we exercise, but it's also what we drink, right?
Mm,
Drinks are calories. And I think about the man, and I think about man caves and all and barber shops and all those things, as you mentioned, that the fellas are partaking when they're at the barber shops. And so we have to be real conscious of those liquid calories as well as the food calories, right? I know most
right.
men like a good steak and potatoes with a big roll on the side, and that is a part of it too, right? We really can't, as we get older, right? We got to have more green vegetables. You got to get more of that fiber in so that you're getting the nutrients that your body needs. But going back to liquid, you need the water. Your body is 80% water, right? And so
Mhm.
you've got to have the water to flush out all of the other things that you are taking in. And exercise, right? So men love the push-ups, right?
Mhm.
They love the pull-ups.
Some of us do.
That's all right.
No, but go on. No, sorry.
But there's so many things that we can do to be physically active with our families, right? So it's walking trails, it's bike riding, it's football with your sons and basketball, even if you're pretending. Like all of that is very relevant because exercise doesn't just have to be in the gym.
Right.
Exercise is in your neighborhood, exercise is in your stairs if you have multiple levels in your home. So just, keeping all of that in perspective, but just not forgetting about those liquid calories. That's really important.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a follow up with this, okay? Because here, and I'm keeping it real with you. For those of us like myself who I'm part of the Colt 45 Club now, so without the smooth, Billy D hair and that sort of thing. But here's the thing: when you get over 40, the thing is, you start having bad knees. And I'm gonna just talk about this for a second because I remember as a young man, I used to run down a flight of steps and I'd jump down like three or four of them. And I'm like, boom, let me just keep going. Now I look
Mm.
at the edge of the steps and I'm like holding on to the banister. It is sad because you can't look too smooth holding on to the banister. I don't care if you're coming out like Ronald Osley did, but still, I'm just saying, you can't be too smooth. What what exercises do you have for brothers who have bad knees and trying to come up with excuses for not to exercise?
Okay, that's fair. So, yep, because knees will do it. Knees will be the excuse that most people will rely on. So let me say this. It's really not the knee in and of itself, Dr.
Mhm.
Adolph or Cypher. It's really the ligaments around the knee, right? So really having strong tendons and ligaments around the knee, really strengthening your quads, which is the front of the thigh, strengthen the hamstring, which is the back of the thigh. Those are things, your calf muscles, because all of those muscles surround the knee. So those are the muscles you want to focus on. So if I had to name exercises, you could stand at the bottom of the stairwell and hold the railing and do toe raises if you want to. You can stand on the last step and do dips off your heels and your toes off the
I'll do
edge
the
of the step.
dips. I'm not doing toe raises now.
Okay,
That takes away from my rough and tough. I can't do that.
gotcha.
Doing
But if you
toe
want to look good,
raises.
yeah, if you want to look good while you're working out, then I'm gonna tell you squats, right? Because squats are really good and they'll work all those muscles at one time. And guess what? You're doing a squat every time you go sit on the sofa and every time you stand up from the sofa, right? That's how you make it practical. And so you just think about supporting your weight rather than just flopping down. You actually pull yourself up through your thighs and seat yourself through your thighs. And that's a practical way and still maintain your coolness.
Yeah, you know what? And I just said this before I go on. This is for my dads out there. What she's also saying is this: stop using your kids as your mini remote controls. Go and get me some water. Get up and get your own water. Go to the mailbox. Go to your mailbox yourself. That way you can get up off the couch. That sort of thing.
Yes, and I didn't say that, you did.
Hey, they need to know. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an '80s, '90s baby, so I had to run and grab my mom everything. I mean, even to the point where I'm outside playing. I mean, hardcore sweat. We playing kickball. Hey, Jesse, I'm like,
Like, yeah, Mom, what?
go and give me a glass of.
I'm like, you call me all the way in here for this?
And I'm saying that under my breath, of course, because in the '80s, '90s, we didn't care much about trauma we inflicted on kids. Wykinia, best artist to listen to for exercise. Are
Now
you
that was difficult. I can't believe you did that. Because the thing about exercise is, right, like you want to be motivated. And so you can't listen to R&B if you're trying to run and do cardio. And you
exactly?
can't listen to jazz if you want to lift weights, right? So if I'm lifting weights, I'm listening to hip hop because I need to get pumped up. I need to get all into myself feeling like, yeah, I can do this.
Okay.
But if I'm running, gosh, I go with a lot of mixed music with it doesn't have to be any lyrics because I really need the tempo, right? I'm not a
Hmm.
slow jogger. I want something upbeat. So it might be hip hop for me. And it can be all artists from the north to the south, from the east to the west, because I like them all.
Like work. The only hip hop artist that I heard like had like a for real push up hip hop song. You got to listen to Dead Prez 50 in the clip. They got a song about doing push ups. It's a skirt.
Okay.
It's dope. I mean, it's super dope. It's on the album. Revolutionary but Gangster, and it's a song called 50 in the Clip. I think you would love that. I was
Look
like,
that
man.
up. Look that one
And
up.
so, with that being
I
said,
love it.
another question for you, real quick. When are you coming out with your TikTok videos on exercise?
Hey, you know what? If you had asked me that probably 10 years ago, I would have had a better answer. But hey, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? You've been speaking prophetically, calling me doctor the entire show. So I'm just gonna say that maybe that's coming. Maybe that's on the horizon also.
Hey.
So Man, I could say a whole lot about what I really, why I'm a part of this group, and I can echo the sentiments of the sisters who have shared before me. But one of the things I really want to say is that um, you'll often hear me say that I'm very early in this work. Our initiative at the state organization that I work for is about 2 years off the ground, and I will say that with that in mind, I'll say that while it is very early on, I am a product of a father, right? I have two stepfathers and a biological father, as well as I'm married to a father, right? Because he
Mhm.
has his rightful place in our family. And what that contributes to the Black family and the Black family narrative is something I hold very close to my heart. I am one of several practitioners that are in the Black Female Fatherhood Scholars Network, and I'm excited about what our contributions or what my contribution will be. Coming from a state level perspective, we are in place as Black women to affect the systems, right,
Mhm.
that have really that are responsible for fathers being on the outside of family and being on the outside of services. And I'd like to think that I have a role, or I have potential role to play in reconciling that relationship, getting our families back connected to systems that were meant to serve us, right, and not to disserve us. And that's one of the things that I am looking forward to as part of my position in the network.
Start out with you, Dr. Wykinia, if you would. Tell the viewers what projects you have going on and where can they find you.
So first off, I'm going to apply for for doctoral school. I just feel that all in this space here. I'm going to do it. So as Dr. Rollins mentioned earlier, we're doing our Fathers Matter initiative. We're working together in Atlanta on that. That's a major project with cross-sector partners and mobilizing fatherhood in the metro area. Our Strong Fathers, Strong Families Georgia Coalition is huge as far as moving the needle in fatherhood. We do a lot of work through our coalition to establish a father-friendly network, and that is pretty much pulling together, convening partners from various areas, their programs and services, and really giving dads an opportunity to better access resources, services, things that are available to build their capacity as fathers. So we're working to put together that linkage and referral network. That is a major deliverable for our coalition. And again, we're working at the state level to really enhance the capacity of maternal and child health programs to be more intentional about including fathers in the work that we do, because fathers are an integral unit of the family. We do a lot of work in the homes of our families, and where dads are available, we want him to receive the same education, the same respect, and the same care that we're providing for moms and babies. So that would be it for me.
XL Professor, trying to work out with Wykinia later on to be the medium professor, and I'm out. All right. What's up, young scholars? This the